If you're a political junkie, you need to hear what Trump did in just 24 hours. It was a day that will be remembered in the annals of American history, a day that saw a whirlwind of activity, decisions, and proclamations that have left the nation both stunned and divided. Hold tight. This one's a whirlwind. From the moment he stepped back into the Oval Office, it was clear that Donald Trump was on a mission to reshape the country in his image, to undo what he saw as the wrongs of the past, and to set a new course for the future. Within the first 24 hours of his return, Donald Trump signed a flurry of executive orders that have left the nation reeling. Immigration reversed, climate rules axed. These were not just minor tweaks to existing policies. They were sweeping changes that have far-reaching implications for millions of Americans. And if you think that's all, think again. The pace of activity was relentless, and the scope of the changes was breathtaking. It was as if Trump had a checklist of everything he wanted to accomplish, and he was determined to tick off as many items as possible in the shortest amount of time. Before breakfast, Trump signed a new national security directive expanding military powers unlike anything we've seen before. This was not just a symbolic gesture, it was a concrete step that has significant implications for America's role on the global stage. Supporters are calling it bold leadership, while critics are sounding the alarm on what this means for American democracy. The divide between those who see Trump as a savior and those who see him as a threat has never been more pronounced. The live-streamed presidency is back in full swing, with Trump bypassing traditional media to speak directly to the people. This is a strategy that served him well in the past, and he is doubling down on it now. His unscripted monologues cover everything from trade deals to personal anecdotes, leaving some cheering and others fearing the lack of traditional media filtering. The directness of his approach is both his greatest strength and his greatest weakness. Now, this constant stream of content raises a crucial question. Is this the dawning of a new era in American politics, or the beginning of something far more complex? The implications of Trump's return are still unfolding, and it will take time to fully understand what it all means. One thing's for sure, the political landscape has been irrevocably altered, and we're all just trying to keep up. The pace of change is dizzying, and the stakes have never been higher. Stay tuned, because this is only the beginning. The next few days, weeks, and months will be critical in determining the direction of the country. Whether you support Trump or oppose him, there is no denying that his return has set the stage for a new chapter in American history. In the hours following his initial flurry of activity, Trump met with key advisors to discuss his next steps. These meetings were closed to the press, but sources indicate that they were intense and focused. The topics ranged from economic policy to foreign relations and everything in between. Meanwhile, outside the White House, the reaction was immediate and intense. Supporters gathered in droves, waving flags and chanting slogans. For them, this was a moment of triumph, a validation of their unwavering support. But not everyone was celebrating. Across the country, protests erupted as critics voiced their concerns. The signs and banners carried messages of resistance and defiance, and the police presence was a stark reminder of the tensions that have been simmering for years. The media, too, was in overdrive. News anchors and political analysts dissected every move, every statement, every tweet. The headlines were a mix of shock, awe, and outrage, reflecting the deep divisions that have come to define American politics. Behind the scenes, Trump's family played a crucial role. They were by his side, offering support and advice. These private moments, captured in behind-the-scenes footage, showed a different side of the man who has become one of the most polarizing figures in modern history. The international reaction was swift and varied. World leaders watched closely, some with concern, others with cautious optimism. The global news coverage was extensive as the world tried to make sense of what Trump's return means for international relations. Back home, the conversations continued. In cafes, classrooms, and living rooms across the country, people debated the implications of Trump's actions. the questions were many and the answers were few. But one thing was clear. America was at a crossroads. As the day drew to a close, Trump addressed the nation. His speech was a mix of defiance and determination, a call to action for his supporters and a challenge to his critics. The reactions were as diverse as the country itself, with some feeling inspired and others feeling anxious. The 24 hours that changed America were a microcosm of the larger forces at play. They highlighted the deep divisions and the shared hopes, the conflicts and the common ground. As the nation moves forward, these 24 hours will be remembered as a turning point, a moment when the future was up for grabs. Stay tuned because this is only the beginning. The story of Trump's return is far from over, and the next chapter is yet to be written. Whether it will be a story of renewal or a story of conflict remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: America will never be the same again.